What are you doing, sick bro?
All right, I think this whole pro-choice and pro-life debate is quite interesting. So I came across this video, and let's see the argument that's being placed in here.
Example, Scott Peterson, he killed his pregnant wife, Lacey, and their unborn son, Connor. Connor, in your view, was just a clump of cells. He wasn't burned yet, but his dad killed him. Should he have been penalized for killing both his wife and his son, Connor?
No.
So you think Scott Peterson
Wait, what?
should have
So
got
Scott-
off scot-free?
What the f- Is she serious? Wow.
Peterson,
For killing
Scott
his 8-month-old unborn son.
Scott Peterson should have been penalized for killing his live wife.
But not Connor. Connor had no
Connor
rights.
was not alive.
So if
Dude, this kid, given a cesarean and shit like that, he would have been able to survive outside of the womb, put in the incubator and all that stuff, right? How the hell? Here's the argument, right? So let's say we go out of space, something like that, right? We go to Mars or something, right? We find a bacteria or something like that. Scientifically, that would be considered live. That would consider the planet that would actually consider like a living organism. That would be considered live. And they wouldn't be considered like, oh, just a clump of cell. They would be like, oh my God, the greatest discovery to mankind. We've discovered life on Mars. But a 9 months old is not considered a human being. It's not considered life. It's just a clump of cell. These people are evil, man. Like, it's fucking evil, dude.
Connor was in her body.
So if I'm a woman,
Connor
so if a
was in
woman's
her body
boyfriend
and was not a human being with rights on this planet.
This is very dark because you're saying if a woman is pregnant and her boyfriend slips drugs into her drink to force an abortion on her, would you say that there should be no penalties for that man born yet, so it has no rights?
That is against the mother's body. That child does not have rights.
It's just a drug designed to kill the baby. It's just designed to kill the baby in her womb.
But it's designed to harm the tissue that is in her body. Because that's her body.
So you're saying it would have been wrong. Scott Peterson should have been given penalties for killing Connor.
For harming Lacey.
But not for harming Connor.
For harming Lacey.
So if a man...
So Connor is a part of Lacey, then it's harming Lacey.
So if a man kills his girlfriend's unborn baby, he should not be penalized for killing the unborn baby, only for in some way harming her.
That's time.
You know the funny thing about ideology, right? And a lot of time, people would overlook evil just so they can actually fit the narrative of what they believe in, right? And that's the reason why ideology is so dangerous. The reason why Hitler was so successful is because of his ideology, and it's because of the people that follow him believed in his ideology. They believed in the master race. They believed that Germans were special. They believed that everyone else were below them and stuff like that. That's an ideology. And it's the same ideology where you have like millions of babies being like, taken out of the womb, being murdered and all that stuff. Because to them, regardless of how close that person was to giving birth, regardless of, the mammogram, the heartbeat, and all the other stuff that actually make a human being, to them, if it doesn't fit the narrative that, like, a unborn child has right, then guess what? They would actually sacrifice whatever it takes in order for them to maintain said ideology. Which is also funny as well too, because a lot of time when you have so many ideologies that contradict each other, then you end up doing things that actually makes you like a hypocrite. Like, for instance, right? One of the policies that Trump wants to pass is to end birthright citizenship. And then I believe there's this judge that actually try to pass a precedent and to claim that these kids that haven't been born yet from these immigrants' parents, they would be protected by the Constitution. In a way, acknowledging that unborn children are people. They are human. Because they're so desperate to protect another ideology, right? They ended up contradicting their previous views on, unborn child that, needs protection. It's protected by the Constitution. So it's very interesting to see how these people operate, and it's, in a way, it's kind of sad, man. Like, ideology can be very dangerous. But anyway, let's check out some of the things in the comment section to see how they actually go about it. All right, free Scott. He didn't kill Lacey. He was cheating. He was a cheating asshole, but he didn't kill her. Okay, I don't know much about the whole Scott's thing, right? The mother didn't choose to have her baby killed by her husband, so it's completely different from an abortion, which is a woman's right to choose. It's her body. You can always count on a cuck that just want to continue to perpetuate the same bullshit. It's like, bro, it's... All right, I'm not religious in any way, but people that think like this are the devil incarnated. I agree. I totally agree. And then somebody says, very sick person. So baby during birth is just tissue. Once comes out of the womb during birth, snap, it turns into a human baby. Yeah. I think it's Bill Burr that actually had a perfect analogy about this whole thing, right? It's like baking a cake. You put the cake in the oven, the cake start baking, and then you come through and just like toss that cake, away and shit like that. And they'll be like, well, technically it wasn't a cake yet. It's like, bitch, yeah, in like 5 minutes it would have been, but yeah. This woman, Led Zeppelin, said, lots of people talk and few of them know. Soul of a woman was created below. Okay, I don't know. But hello, soul, you get a rope, what a fool. The crazy thing is that she was very arrogant, that she will bend her morality to comfort a political ideology. Bingo. She knows she's wrong, but she will defend her political religion, even if it means lying. Sad that the Republican and Democrat Party has done to the world. It's not just political, right? It's just evil. There's right and wrong. Okay, my view on abortion is this, right? I understand it like, okay, I look at it this way. It's a sacrifice. It's people sacrificing they're sacrificing their kids in order to maintain their livelihood, right? And it's like, child sacrifice that always happened and nothing ever changed. Before, you used to have like all these crazy stuff and religious dogma and all that stuff, sacrificing the kids, sacrificing animals, blah, blah, blah. Nothing changed. It just takes a modern form, right? They're sacrificing the future to maintain the present. A girl's in college, she's partying up, she's living it up and all that stuff, right? And then boom, she got pregnant and she's like, oh shit, that's my future right there. I don't want to sacrifice that. I still need to graduate. I still need to do this. I still need to do that. So what does she do? She'll get an abortion, right? You have, let's say, a woman like, had an affair with her boyfriend, or don't want to lose her boyfriend and stuff like that, right? Or her husband. And she knows that the baby won't be able to pass, she won't be able to pass on the baby to him. So guess what? She will get that abortion in order to save her marriage, right? Some people would do that in order to not have to hold themselves accountable, right? It's all about child sacrifice at the end of the day. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. You know who it is. I'm your host, The Haitians. So share, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.